Hi, beautiful people. I'm going to make maybe 2 or 3 vlogs about my Joe Dispenza Advanced Retreat experience. And I am going to attempt to put into words what I can remember and how I felt and how it worked for me and why I felt it was such a profound and life-changing experience. If you've ever gone away on a retreat of any kind, I mean, even like a vacation, but I've done a few silent meditation retreats. I've done some other like yoga retreats. And when we take ourselves out of our regular, quote unquote, regular scheduled lives, and we slow down enough to really start feeling who we are, and we're not getting pulled in all kinds of directions to, I don't know, do anything, be anything, prove anything, accomplish anything, all of that. And on top of that, this submersion I did into understanding energy more deeply, meditating more deeply, the quantum field, if you believe in anything about that. Well, if you did any kind of retreat, here I'm wandering off, and you come back into your life, it's called re-entry, right? So to integrate the new things you felt and learned back into your schedule, right? Because most of us are working, or you have these roles, so to speak, you play. You're a mother, a father, a wife, a teacher, whatever, right? But those are just things that we do. That isn't really who we are, in a sense. All right, so one of the really profound things Dr. Joe explains, and I have to tell you, he is a very, very good presenter. He's funny. He lays the material out in a manner which you can grasp. So in other words, if he spoke about the Friday topics on Monday, you're just not ready. So he's laying the groundwork for you. He interacts with the audience. He gets the audience to interact with each other so that your energy stays up. They had incredible audio video set up. The music, definitely the music always gets you going. And I've been to enough of these kind of personal growth events where it's important because you get kind of tired. Processing, there's only so much of these kinds of things sometimes your brain can take and then your physical body can take. But anyway, one of the things he said that which really made sense for me is and I probably talked about this on my Facebook post, but whatever, this is going on YouTube now, that every time you think a thought, it creates an emotion. And then that emotion creates a feeling, and the feeling causes your physical body to emit a chemical that's related to that feeling. And I know this is true. Well, this is proven in the labs, but I remember hearing Deepak Chopra speak long ago about tears and crying, and how tears of joy are chemically different from tears of sadness. And our bodies are 70% at least water. And that water represents emotion. So for example, here's this layout about thought, emotion, and feeling and chemicals. Let's say you wake up every morning, like you don't really like your job, or you're not as happy in your job, or for whatever, you don't make enough money, it's a drag, there's somebody there that's your boss is a pain in the ass, whatever it is. You don't wake up joyful. And the moment you open your eyes, you think, I gotta get up, whatever. And it's this, ugh. So that thought creates the emotion of what? Frustration, irritation, anger, disappointment, guilt. Maybe you shouldn't feel that way because you want to provide for your family. I don't know. Anyway, whatever the emotion is, which then creates a feeling sensation in your body. If you pause long enough to just feel, when you have that thought, then the feeling, the thought, then the emotion, there is a physical feeling. There's a physical feeling somewhere. It's going to be somewhere, usually from your throat, through heart, belly. For some people, it's their face, their head, it's all over, right? Because when you think, let's say right now, let's think about somebody you super love, and you have, you feel, look, it brings a smile to your face, and you feel it somewhere. So anyway, if you do this every day, day after day, week after week, month after month, your body has become chemically addicted to this chemical via your thoughts. And now you in your life are a slave. You are a victim of your own thoughts. It's not the job. It's not the boss. It's not the other, ever. It's our reaction. Now, don't get me wrong. I react all the time. Shit comes up all the time. All the time. But how long do you want to stay there? How long do you want to stay there? Because it's your choice. And perhaps you had really a traumatic childhood, or you had abuse, or you had terrible things, right? And somehow it's in there, and it's in there, and it's in there. And or maybe this thought about the job, I'm making this as an example, a job and this overbearing boss, well then he reminds you of your overbearing brother or your overbearing father, and then you go back how many years ago. You see how this is kind of working? So therefore, let's say you realize, okay, I need to make a change. I need to make a change about this. I want to change. All right, I'm going to look for a new job because it's the job and it's the boss and it's whatever. So you get the new job. But because you don't realize you're addicted to that particular chemical, which is for you to feel bad and overpowered because you're not able to speak your truth, speak your, you have your voice, whatever. Nobody listens to me. I have nothing to say. I'm not important. All the self-deprecation that we do. The change feels uncomfortable because, like a junkie, you're not getting your fix. That's why change is so hard. Look at how routine we all are. When you're not in your routine, how uncomfortable are you? Some people just cannot. They just, I gotta be in my bed with my way. I gotta go into my bathroom, and then I gotta deal with the way I'm gonna have my morning ritual and what I always do, because that's my comfort, because I think I have control. I guess you do, and you have, because it's just a safe little box. But then, things happen sometimes, and then you realize, wow, I'm really stuck here. I just am stuck here, but I don't know how to change. I don't know what to do. Well, we have to get uncomfortable. And so part of Dr. Joe's work is this breaking the habit of being yourself. So it's through meditating, like I said, we learned to start to dissolve. Dissolve is the best way that I can put it, because that's what it feels like for me. And I am, but believe me, a novice. I am not able to get there right now much, but it makes total sense to me. And I've had these little fleeting moments of the feeling. So we break the habit of being ourselves. So you no longer are you're not who you think you are. You're not the gender. You're not the culture. You're not the role of the spouse or the daughter or the aunt or the teacher or the whoever you are. You're none of those things. So you go to the place of being no one, nowhere, with nothing. And that's scary. Like, oh my God, that's scary. What do you mean nothing? No one, nowhere. I like my life. I like my body. I like this is what reality is. Really? Is it? That's all? That's all that reality is. It's just you're getting up in your routine and your job and your role and your gal pals or your homeboys, and that's it. It's the same. Well, those of you that really know me, you know I've been kind of a seeker type person probably forever. I mean, I was wondering stuff since I was a kid. And I remember thinking, honestly, this is kind of weird, when I was married to my first husband and we were quite well off. I remember thinking, wow, is this it? This great house, this swimming pool, all these cars, this stuff, is this it? And I remember then I was doing some Paramahansa Yogananda, the Yogananda centers here in Encinitas, sending away for those Kriya lessons, which are like breathing and meditation lessons. So I guess I've always just been that way. And that's who I am. And I am never going to apologize for that. Never. And I want to share all these things that I learn with all of you. I mean, I love sharing Pilates work and gyro work and breathing and things like that. And I really want to share this as best I can. I'm not a licensed teacher of his or anything, but I'm just going to share with you how I feel it can work. So when we meditate and dissolve into this point of the nothing, because then you become part of the quantum field. I think this is going to go for about 15 minutes. The quantum field. You can then go into possibility, because possibility is unknown. What we do in our world is we try to create through affirmations, vision boards, hoping and wishing, working hard to attain whatever it is you think you want. The car, the house, the guy, the chick, whatever it is, the kids, a happy life, and you're striving for it, and you're creating matter from matter. But if we learn how to do this a different way, you raise your frequency. We are all vibrational beings. I mean, you guys got to know this. You know this. Energy is energy. It's just like, why do you say, oh my God, I don't like the energy of that person, or I don't like the energy of that place? Because you feel something. Our bodies are these amazing machines of radar, picking up on so much. So if we end up being able to not be the past, you're no longer running your life from your past and your thoughts and your grinding thoughts. You then can you relax into the unknown. You can relax, because then you raise your vibration or your frequency so that whatever it is has to come to you. It's like magnetic. You don't have to chase after it anymore. It has to come to you. And I talked to you about a little bit, which I'll do on my next piece, about some of these amazing coincidences, but they were really synchronistic events that pulled in during my time there and continue to. We all have those. You just have to pay attention to them. So to close this out, I'm going to invite you. This is no judgment, no beating up on yourself when you go, oh my God, I am thinking that same over and over and over. Just notice. Just notice. Just notice. And can you just pivot it? Pivot it. Okay, I'm going to talk about that in my next one, how to go for the elevated emotion versus the non-elevated emotion. I've already named them. Non-elevated emotion, shame, guilt, anger, frustration, irritation, disappointment, all of those. There's more, all right? What are the elevated ones? Love, joy, excitement, compassion, kindness, bliss, ecstasy. Yeah, and if you have to kind of work at it, like to remember something, at first remember something that, made you feel happy, go for it. It's practice. All right? Okay, I'm going to close this out. I would love to hear from you. I would love, love, love. I mean, question me too. Question everything. That's the way it should be. Okay, big love to all of you, and the next piece will come soon.